What's up? It's your boy Kevin to turn on this motherfucking YouTube shit. Wow, what the fuck?
What's up? It's your boy. Can't tell you do shit. Hey man, say man, we are lit. Let the man turn. Today, motherfucking day. Turn outside. Big Crip in it. Yeah, turn that shit, man. Free Palestine, free Congo, Russia do your thing, and take the stand the fuck up. Each day is a new day to be a better version of yourself. Never let somebody bring you down, always fight back. Never let somebody tell you are, but also put yourself in a position you don't belong. Stay humble. There's coming a revolution on this movement. Keep Yahweh first. Coming to you as a black Hebrew Israelite, as a real Jew. Hey man, say man, we out here. Alright. Boom. Today, motherfucking day, show here outside. Big Crip in the gang. Show that shit in. Alright, gang. Man. Officer ADAM22. That motherfucking white boy is working overtime for the feds, bro. Man, that cracker, man. I'm telling you, man. I was telling these people, man, from the beginning. This was way back when AD and it was on. I was telling niggas. I said, hey, if y'all get on motherfucking no jumper, you're crashing out. You know what I'm saying? You gotta be down on your dick to get on no jumper like as a full-time career. Because if y'all look at the shit, everybody that ADAM22 in the no jumper interviews, like famous rappers, has almost died. It's like if it ain't for drug overdose or getting shot and killed, but that's a lot of platforms like Vlad and a lot of other platforms. But it just goes to show you, like, I don't trust no jumper as far as a platform that makes some money on it, and like, you know what I'm saying, as far as get on it and shit. You get what I'm saying? And trying to grind on that bitch. You like, you know what I'm saying? Like, real talk. But yeah, man, so Briccbaby, Luce Cannon, Big U indictment, ADAM22, WACK100, they might be next. It's getting some spooky times up there in no jumper, bruh. We got these videos, man. It's really gonna break down what went down and how this even all happened, man. This is getting crazy out here, man. Let's get into it, man. Free the Crips, man. Free the Crips, man. All the Crips getting locked up, gang. Alright, gang, so we got the no jumper, man. Shout out to point and shoot, man. I like point and shoot perspective of how he feel about no jumper, because he keeps it real with this shit, man. No jumper is a clown show, man. It's just like, is no jumper cooked after all this bullshit? They are locked up, Briccbaby.
It does look like Briccbaby and Luce Cannon have been arrested by federal agents as a part of a huge RICO indictment against the Rolling 60s Crips of Los Angeles.
Crazy.
Big Eugene Henley, and about 20 other people are also included in this indictment.
To announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U.
That boy Big U, free the Crips.
His contacts.
They don't like the bottom Crips on no jumper, man.
So the person at the center of this whole thing is obviously Big U, the person that they're saying is the leader. And for those who don't know, Big U is said to be responsible for the death of Nipsey Hussle. This is what a lot of people are saying. And it's because he keeps changing his story about the day that Nipsey Hussle died.
We actually was on 6th Ave with 100 cars. We got all the streets blocked. We waiting on who can to come out the house. Everybody phone blowing up. Nip got here. We flying up there. We fly up there, and we see the scene.
And then, like, later on, he would forget he said that, and then he'd go on live on IG and say that he wasn't even in town the day that Nipsey died.
Y'all was accusing me of shit that I ain't even do. And what's funny, I wasn't even in town. So figure that one out.
That's why you can't keep on. That's why you can't talk.
And Nipsey Hussle was signed to Big U's record label, and that contract was due to be up, and Nipsey Hussle wasn't going to re-sign. So that provided motive, okay?
I signed him to it. It was signed to a 10-year production contract, which started in 2009, which would end 2019.
Crazy.
Hello.
And so Big U, among a bunch of other charges, is being charged with murder of some guy in Vegas also, which we're going to get to later on. But I want to go over these no-jumper Crips. So Luce Canyon, Termaine Ashley Williams is being charged in violation of Title 18
last name was Williams. That's crazy.
1951A, which makes it a federal crime to rob businesses. And he talked about this on the No Jumper podcast with the 16 of Nashua, and this is direct evidence. Look at this.
We go and
look at WACK100 let him hang himself.
Do it too. Show up to the house like 10 minutes later.
WACK100 just sent you, let him hang himself.
You know, counting everything, right?
Apparently, he went on some weed heist and robbed some weed dispensary, and then that's, so he's getting charged with robbery of the weed dispensary. But because Big U benefited from this, because Luce Canyon cut Big U in, and because Big U coordinated it, that makes it to where it's a federal, it's like, it's a RICO conspiracy. And so Briccbaby got sort of caught doing the same thing.
Y'all want to read it? Y'all can read it.
For Big U, giving Big U money and then talking about it. And so they got him on wiretap talking about it. So that's not good. And I hear that Briccbaby is a part of an ongoing separate indictment investigation for something totally separate. So Briccbaby is not doing too good right now. So this is crazy. The no jumper Crips are all locked up. Every single one of them. Crip Mac, 4 Extra, Luce, and Briccbaby. They're all locked up.
That's why I'm not going on no jumpers.
They're all sitting in that box.
You ain't feel like a big Crip.
I'm seeing a pattern here.
What are you talking about?
I'm afraid that no jumper has become a law enforcement tool to put people in jail. And so
I don't work with the
feds. It's important to catch you guys up on all the drama and stuff that's been happening up until
taking down the black community.
There has been a lot of self-snitchery going on, a lot of crazy stuff that led up to this that I want you guys to know about. And I want to start by introducing you guys to 600, a.k.a. Officer Lovejoy. This is a Rolling 60s member.
So that's 600.
In the gym. You can always call me.
So basically what you guys need to understand about this guy 600 is that he is a Rolling 60s Crip that used to hang around with Big U and do everything that Big U said. But Big U always used to mark him out and treat him like a little ass bitch.
Listen, man, I don't think y'all know this, bro. If anybody got anything to say about the big homie, because I'm on him. Like I told y'all before. You better start acting like that. Anybody got anything to say about the big homie, I'm on him. Fuck the internet. Start acting like that.
So 600 was treated like a mark by Big U, and this caused 600 to have a grudge against Big U, and he turned against him and stuff, and started saying that he was responsible for Nipsey's murder. He said he was responsible for other murders. He said he was basically trying to get the cops to lock Big U up in his cell. That's pretty much what 600's been trying to do for years now. And that's pretty much all you need to know about 600. Now, WACK3 Fingers, WACK100, he doesn't like Big U either.
WACK don't give a fuck about nobody if he ain't with his plan.
We have proof of that.
Yo, WACK, what's up with this screenshot that Traveler Ross sent me of you begging Big U not to kill you?
That's cap. That's AI.
I heard that
in the indictment.
Crip, nigga.
It's in the indictment that you were saying, don't do this. My wife, my kids in the car. Draws. Don't do this.
I don't want to be just a lawyer for the... That's not a text message.
So 3 Fingers WACK and 600 got tired of being victims, and so they actually started bonding with each other over their hatred for Big U. And so their whole friendship is pretty much based on their hatred of Big U and their need to just get him locked up. You know what I mean? And that goes for anyone. WACK with 3 Fingers is pretty much friends with anyone that hates Big U. That's how he became Luce Cannon's friend. Because Luce Cannon turned on Big U because he said that Big U was doing police stuff. So anyone that turns on Big U or anyone that hates Big U is like,
not snitch, but gave him all the teeth.
Now, I want to explain what happened on No Jumper. So about a week ago, 600, a.k.a. Officer Lovejoy, was doing some detective work, some police work. And he went on Instagram and made a video where he implicated Big U in an open murder case.
I'm just wondering whatever happened to this case, so let's just read through the case. Police, homicide suspected. So, the detectives and investigation releasing information to the family. You know what I'm saying? And family released stuff to me and like that.
So Officer Lovejoy's online trying to solve a homie, and he's wearing hair extensions. What? That's not his real hair.
That's not his real hair.
This is fake hair that he put in. He's a very zesty guy. You guys should go look at some of his content he makes with 3 Fingers WACK. Some of the most homoerotic. Actually, I want to show you a clip of the boxing match. I want to show you a clip of when he was in the sanctioned boxing. 600 was in a sanctioned boxing match against a person half his size. The fight gets called, and then everyone storms the ring, and Three Fingers Whack wrestles him to the ground and starts giving him physical, manly affection on the ground horizontally. What? I gotta show you this. Look at how fucking huge Lovejoy is compared to his opponent that he just beat because his opponent just quit. So Black Three Fingers dives into the ring to celebrate with his man, and he tackles him to the ground. He starts crawling all over his half-naked body. That's fucking crazy.
Wow, I didn't see none of this.
That's what happened, as you can see in this video. And so it's obvious that Three Fingers Whack loves Officer Lovejoy. Now, I want to play this next clip. This is the 16 of Nashua reacting to Officer Lovejoy doing police activity, even though he's a Crip. And so the 16 is going to start politicking with his Crip homies, and I want to show you this immediately.
When I see Lovejoy basically putting a murder on Big U and claiming that he's looking for information about it or whatever, this is very confusing to me. Like,
That's like,
how in any way is this acceptable?
Yeah, like, I don't care what.
Big U, Eugene Henley's DNA came back on her son's fingernails.
Wait, what? 600, you know I fuck with you.
Nah.
But this is strange.
This is strange.
So the 16 and Briccbaby are calling out Lovejoy for his police-like activity, and what happens next is Three Fingers Whack and Lovejoy call in on a three-way call so that they can start talking about police stuff. Look at this. And Briccbaby gets so upset by this that he walks off the show because the 16's obviously doing
Brick,
too much.
the one who told 600 first.
Who?
About
Damn.
Use alleged body, maybe?
Huh?
Bro, I'm not
we got
finna
600
talk
on the
about,
line.
listen, I'm not talking about big, listen, Adam, I'm finna walk up to you, I'm not talking about no fucking murder case.
Wait, I just want to hear
Whoa,
what
they set
600
that
says.
nigga up.
I never even knew he died. Brickbaby told me that.
They set that nigga up.
So Three Fingers Whack and Lovejoy want to talk about open cases and, on live podcasts. They don't care if, that's considered snitching or not. They don't care. They are helping the police at this point. And Brickbaby's not standing for it. Brickbaby's keeping
You're a
it.
police
He
puppet?
walks off. He gets mad. He says, I ain't talking about no open murders up at this motherfucker. Y'all finna get me locked up on another murder that y'all ain't even talking about, cuz. On the dead homies, y'all talking about
the dead homie.
60 West Side, bro. So he's getting upset. And he's not the only one. Luce Cannon got upset about this too, and this is what made Luce Cannon turn on Lovejoy.
Listen, I do not agree with nobody talking about an open case. Dead homies. Don't put me involved in that. I separated and removed myself from any nigga that's doing that. Neighborhood
And
Crips.
Luce Cannon's not only calling out Lovejoy, he's calling out WACK100. What? And WACK100 started getting a lot of heat, a lot of backlash for participating in what Lovejoy was doing, and he's been confronted about that as
We
well.
went our rooms and in the murder mystery rooms, and they've been running it. So after they run it, 600 to grab it.
Right.
At this point, I feel like no jump is done.
The family talks to
You know
600.
what I'm saying?
And it's a lot he haven't said.
Really?
A whole lot.
So your money is on Big U being locked up for this at some
Man,
point?
listen, bro, I don't risk jail on nobody, but the way this is looking, the way this is going, and
Over 20
he ain't the only
people.
one.
So Three Fingers Whack was not happy about getting called out by Luce Cannon for participating with Lovejoy in this police activity. And so one day, Luce Cannon decides to fake a police raid, to pretend that he got raided by the police so that he could post footage to the internet to get clout. And so this video posted by his wife to his YouTube channel shows all these cops walking around his neighborhood, and she's saying that it's because of that they're there because of Luce.
Oh my God, you guys. The entire block is surrounded. They will not let me come home. We have an entire police force outside. When my husband is home, I'm just praying that he's okay.
So this sounds pasted on. This audio sounds composited onto the video. It doesn't sound like she's on scene. She sounds like she's in a bathroom if you play that back. So this was fraudulent. They found out, they looked up the real incident that was down the street. It was a hostage situation. And so it became obvious very quickly to everyone, to all the YouTube pages, the blogs, that this was faked. So I want to play you a clip of Luce Cannon explaining exactly what happened, a lot of play-by-play, and this is one of the most amazing lie stories I've ever heard.
She see all the cones and everything around there, right? She called me. She was like, saying there's a hostage situation. Baby, they talking about our house. Like, talk to her. I said, but film it just in case I come out the house and they shoot me. Just in case if I walked outside and they pop me and then shoot my baby. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to get ahead of the situation. Then the negotiator came and was trying to talk to me. They handcuffed me, put me in a car, and they was like, we're going to just check and see if it's a hostage situation. If it's not or whatever like that, we'll let you go.
So they had the hostage negotiator on scene before they confirmed that there was, in fact, a hostage situation.
What?
And so people are telling Wack Three Fingers that Luce Cannon is out here faking police raids, and Wack Three Fingers doesn't defend Luce.
They be making plays,
say, nah, he ain't. I don't even know that dude. He ain't doing no type of fake nothing like that at all. He didn't say nothing in defense of his friend. He didn't lie for him or anything like that. And so Luce Cannon hears that Wack Three Fingers isn't defending him or is sort of like making fun of him.
So that's why they want to fight.
Raid. So then Luce Cannon starts acting like he is WACK100's enemy now. But this is where things get a little problematic, because in this next clip, the 16 is going to expose the fact that Luce Cannon and WACK100 were never enemies. This was another play, another fake situation.
But they had plays at the play, nigga. Might as well call this in a film,
Let me talk. Dugard calls Cap and says, I hope Briccbaby don't fall for that little move that you and Wack pulling, acting like y'all not cool no more. And then Blue says, he will. And then puts a bunch of laughing emojis.
What
do you take that as? So this is all part of a bigger play.
No, but
they're not even. That's a private conversation with a dude that you don't even know that well, where you're basically telling them that this is all a play to line Brick up.
Luce was just crashing out.
Because this is the thing.
So basically, the possibility is that Wack Three Fingers and Luce Cannon conspired to fake beef in order to get attention on the internet, and also so that Luce Cannon can get close to Brick, win Brick's trust, so that they can become fake friends, so that they can line him up. That's kind of diabolical, okay? Because you have these two Crips that are enemies that don't like each other, that are always threatening each other on the internet until now. Now they're on this podcast together talking about all this crazy shit. And then Wack Three Fingers is calling in and everything else, and this is where I think the feds just said, you know what, we got to take them down now. What? This is, you know what I mean? Wow. This is insane. This is a crazy thing that we're witnessing. I mean, everyone knows that the feds are watching No Jumper, so for them to be doing this is just insane. And so this next clip is crazy. This is where Briccbaby says that he's not worried about getting lined up by Luce Cannon because he's got a slam on.
This is the thing. Anytime that me and Luce meet each other, we
don't like the ball to Crips.
So
I told them niggas, man, not to go No Jumper, nigga. They gonna get you out the paint.
About that. And then it's like, look, check it out.
So Briccbaby says, well, be it Luce, we are ready to beat each other, obviously, because on West Side Rollin', I got to. So, you know what I mean? He's basically saying that he's got it on him. That's pretty much what he's like, peacocking or whatever. He's like flexing, like, hey, don't think about trying to do nothing to me after this podcast because I got a gun on me. That's what I heard. And so in this next clip, we're going to actually see the gun. We're going to see Slam. He's going to show it. He's going to lean back, purposefully showing
dumbass nigga.
Slam to
the fans are watching this nigga like taking notes. Like, you dumbass, ain't popcorn and shit. Ain't donuts and shit watching this shit.
Shout out again to our boys over at Fried, because
they definitely dictated the stream.
The Gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact. So we had some good fun, clean fun.
Are y'all noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this shit look a little different and all that?
You really feel like that?
Yeah.
You said Compa was the one that get high off of like a little bit of shit, trip out. I'm starting to believe that you're the
Yeah, how do you make a tolerance after all these years?
And so it was only a few short hours later after this exact interaction that everyone was taken into federal custody on RICO charges. So that's pretty much the coverage. Now the next day,
police
when all the
eating
news
licorice
was
and
breaking,
bubblegum.
the 16
Watching
came on the news and he had this to say.
Damn, it's a lesson though. Just we can hang out with gang members. I've never been so happy.
Shut your dumb ass up, Adam. You fool.
We gotta stay far away from this type of shit.
That's crazy.
You not far from me, brother.
I gotta do porno. Appreciate y'all.
I slide
Adam, you a fool.
So at this point, I can't help but wonder what No Jumper's involvement in this case is going to be. Obviously, the 16 is going to be helping the prosecution. If his business is in any type of jeopardy at all, he's has made it very clear that he intends to help the police by any means necessary.
I'm going to do whatever I got to do to stay on good terms with the police department in this area. I've never had a conversation outside of getting pulled over and having them spend 5 seconds saying like, "Oh, hey, where are you coming from?" or whatever. I never had a conversation with.
You know you snitch. Them lips are flapping.
It's gonna make my relationship with the local cops 5% better.
Hell no, you snitch like a motherfucker.
Sitting down and just being like, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you whatever I got. You can take a look at the tapes, whatever we got to do, so that you feel extremely comfortable.
I bet you $1,000 he did that.
Then I'm gonna do that.
What's going on with Jala?
He pointed out the info.
Jala
snitched on everybody, gave up the whole details.
It's
dumbass.
Really, there's nothing funny being discussed.
Dropped the spot below.
And if you notice, Briccbaby's even like, "What is going on with you, bro?" Jala is having a psychotic episode. Look at this.
But knowing that I didn't have anything to do with this, then I'm gonna do that. And I'm resentful of you for putting me in this fucking position in the first place. Not the cops, the people who committed the violent act. And I'm even more resentful of the fact that you didn't handle it in a gangster way.
They risked this shit for $2,000 a month. Maybe not even that.
Homies, hey, delete that fucking footage.
They was getting $2,000 a month and crashed out.
Like
dumbass.
You know, this is really bizarre. It's disturbing to say the least. But yeah, he's just sitting there laughing like a fucking. You know,
Adam said he gonna get revenge on all the black niggas.
And I wonder how excited Jala is about this whole thing.
It's up and stuck for all the niggas.
Indictment to Jala is the gift of 1,000 Christmases. This is what he loves when gang members go to jail, so he can profit off them.
It's time to make a solid $1,000 on some gang. You feel me?
Right.
And they gonna get your ass.
That nigga whole ass just came out.
But that boy be like a Teletubby, bitch. He like Barney.
Hey, you still be playing Madden?
Bro, listen, bro. Champion. I try to bullshit, and then I try to do bad, bro. That's just
Flocka, you too damn big for all this. You barely move, my boy.
Right? Why you play holes? No, or double broadcasting?
Man, yeah. Okay, you updated. What y'all gonna play? We play Madden.
And so John was very happy that Briccbaby went to jail and that the Rolling 60s are all getting locked up. He loves this, and he's going to be making content about this for the next 5 years. And the 16 as well. The 16 seems very excited about this. He says he's going to be documenting the whole thing. And he's been mocking the situation.
All he do is incriminate niggas.
Making fun of Brick and Luce. He posted this photo to his Instagram. And of course, he's getting backlash for it. And in response to the backlash, he posted this.
I see a lot of people saying that 22 was the reason why Brick
all he do is ask them Crane questions. All he wants to talk about is gang and hood shit, street politics, shoot, privilege. I want to know so much about the street.
Put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up for is
man, we don't see your scheme, Adam.
Anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been fucking with us.
We see right through you.
So, end of the day,
you like a glass cup, nigga.
From the streets.
An empty glass cup.
People from the streets sometimes
see
get
right
caught
through
up
your
in
ass.
RICO indictments, whatever the fuck this shit is. And all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. Sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But
we see right through your crack ass, man.
That's my boy.
You like a glass cup, nigga.
I love for Luce, too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping them along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like
bro,
this.
Bro, let his wife get destroyed by BBC by the way.
Damn.
Okay, so it's not even open for discussion at this point. No Jumper is being used by the feds.
Yeah.
I don't know what this
it just escaped by Black TV
that he's platforming these people to talk about what they've done in the streets. He's asking him all the time, so were you involved?
Imagine getting piped in the booty hole.
This is his entire thing.
Just to go to jail and get more piped in the booty hole. You gotta get piped in the booty hole to get on no jumper.
Then why is your entire brand based
around now you're gonna get piped in jail?
And what is the point of even hiring gang members on a podcast unless you want them to talk about what they're doing in the streets or what they've done in the streets? So this can be directly, I mean, this is, so for the 16 to say that he has no fault in any of this.
That's in 2002.
So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure
that's ADAM22. Goofy looking ass.
Great videos. Just a couple days
ago, that's the real ADAM22.
John Paul getting in a fight at Rolling Loud.
That's the real ADAM22.
There's a bunch of other stuff on there too. Cancel anytime. So thank you guys for liking and subscribing.
I want to see that, man. It got crazy. Gang, I think Adam is cooked. Like, you gotta understand, if nothing happened to Adam, that proves our point, nigga. Adam worked for the FBI. It makes only sense, nigga. This whole platform is a tool to get gang members and black people locked up. Y'all gotta understand this. Adam know what he doing. The feds are using his platform. That's why they're not doing nothing. And that's a fact.
So much for being fresh. If the Fed's watching, I made it 41 years into this life before I had involvement, conversation.
You know damn well they watching.
When they showed up, I was wearing a red Nike Tech. Not exactly the definition of fresh, but I got a crazy update. I'm going to do the Good Diligent Podcaster thing, and I'm going to save it for tomorrow at 4 p.m. with Luce and some surprise guests. So make sure you tune in tomorrow. 22ster has got a big update. Tap inwardly.
Alright, so we got ADAM22, and in the video we just watched at the beginning, we seen him say that the feds have officially came and questioned him about everything going on involving Briccbaby, Luce Cannon, Big U, and basically that whole Rolling 60s indictment. Now, as per usual, ADAM22 tried to make a joke out of the entire situation. Saying, you know, when the feds showed up, I was in my Nike Tech suit, I wasn't fresh as hell, basically making a play on a 2 Chainz song. Feds watching,
when I die, bury me in solid
the feds watching, right? But despite his casual demeanor, this is a really serious situation for ADAM22. Now, he said that he wasn't going to speak on what him and the feds talked about until a podcast that he's going to be doing today at 4 o'clock, right? He's got to get that last little bit of views from this situation. But I actually spoke with
Shout out to KB Go Live, man.
A little bit of insight on this whole situation, because people on the internet have speculated that ADAM22 may end up being arrested and charged in this entire RICO conspiracy himself. So I spoke with an attorney to get their take on it, and I'm going to tell y'all what that attorney told me in this video. But I need to lay a few things out first. So first off, there have been people saying that, you know, No Jumper is responsible for this entire indictment. They're saying that it's because of the interviews that were conducted on Adam's platform that the feds were able to get the information they got and put together this complaint. Basically, they're saying that No Jumper and ADAM22 is the feds. This ain't nothing new. We've seen these accusations against Adam, Vlad, academics, pretty much any blogger that covers any type of crime has been accused of being a fed in the past, right? And ADAM22 has done his best to
remember when they all linked up together
throughout the years, with him posting videos like this right here, trying to discredit that notion.
I see a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Brick got caught up. Here, 22, you know what I do? I put people in position
to get locked up.
Podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the people are getting caught up, especially with Brick. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been us, right? So, you know, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, you know, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever the is. And all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. Sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Luce, I got love for Luce too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing.
Man, y'all set that nigga up for the chain game.
Whatever it is, so... Anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No Jumper was the antidote to this bull.
Right? So Adam says, look, No Jumper ain't the problem. No Jumper was supposed to be the solution. I was trying to put people in a position to make money legally. That's his defense, basically saying No Jumper hasn't done anything to help incriminate anybody. But the fact of the matter is that is just not the case. We have seen on numerous occasions the No Jumper platform be used to bolster the reputations of the gang members that are a part of it. This is just a fact. One of the first instances of this that comes to my mind is when Briccbaby was on No Jumper. He had a phone call with Luce Cannon. Him and Luce Cannon don't get along. They got into an argument, and Briccbaby, in front of the whole world, told Luce Cannon, bro, shut up, because I got more murders than you have squabbles. Right? Y'all might remember it.
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood. Get homies. Yeah, you got squabbles in the set. On the hood. Hey, I got. Can you give us like at least 2 names from your put on and what block? I ain't never seen you at no meeting at Hyde Park, Horseman, or at 54th. When did you get put on? When did you get put on? I got put on in 2002. I got put out in 2002, Eileen Street, at June House. What's up? Yeah, dead homie. So when you get put on?
No, you haven't, bro. You been in
man, cuz Billy was a part of my put on. They was a part of my put on. Oh, the dead homies. My first
name was Baby Wild. I just don't make sense.
East Coast. That was the third.
He's Atlanta.
You squabble, gang.
O Block in LA. You know, Thugger.
You would have went home, stuff.
Dirt.
You didn't put hey,
and Big U.
None of them was from 60.
I got more murders than you got squabbles in the hood. Get homies.
Right, so Adam's whole defense of No Jumper has not been used to incriminate anybody is crazy, because I would argue that it most certainly has. Not only was it used in this capacity to bolster individual reputations of members in the Rolling 60s, it was used to boost the reputation of the whole set while also incriminating people. A good example of this is when Briccbaby sat up there and said that he would put a kill squad in the street if people kept messing with him, basically using the platform to intimidate.
Y'all remember Briccbaby got choked up on No Jumper?
Briccbaby. On the dead homies pull up on 6-0, because ain't no 40s coming to the 60s pushing no issues. No, rolling 60s. Ain't near 40 coming to the 60s, nigga, with no type of drama.
DW said, not today, nigga, I'm gone. He knew it was coming. DW was the smartest nigga.
And a play ball. The only reason I ain't come outside kill one of you, cause I was in front of these white dead homies. Me and the homies would have crashed. Keep on running content on my name. I'm putting Kill Squad in the street. On 6-0.
Right, so the platform has been used to intimidate.
DW Flame was the smartest nigga on that motherfucking set. He left, nigga.
I'm showing y'all.
As soon as they start doing some gay shit, he left.
Y'all just stick with
smart
it.
ass nigga.
Brick isn't the only example of this happening. Luce Cannon is another great example of this happening. And it all started back when Luce Cannon and Big U fell out with each other, and we seen Luce Cannon go on No Jumper with WACK100 and pretty much implicate Big U in a bunch of different things. He said that Big U was responsible for Nipsey dying. He said that Big U was providing guns to the hood, and then he was writing down all the serial numbers of all the guns he was giving to people. Right, this is all information that came out via the No Jumper platform.
And so basically, it's like, cause he'll be like he'll manipulate things. Like we go and do something,
knew what was going
and
on.
We do it too. Show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, count and everything, right? And we be like, how the they get that? Oh, well, we're going to just give them like $40,000 back and stuff like that. But cuz it's actually putting us in paperwork, right? And like doing like real police. I seen it get like 20 guns. And when he got 20 guns, he's selling them to the homies. But I'm like, why are you writing down the serial numbers? So it's like, he was doing like shit like that, and I didn't catch on. So it was like, I'm waking up now. You get what I'm saying? Because I'm high tech. I'm his right-hand man. You get what I'm saying?
Crazy.
Right, so these things have been explained on No Jumper, the entire hierarchy basically of how things work. And this has led to people accusing ADAM22 of actually working with the feds, something that he's responded to. Now, I personally don't think that he's working with them. I think he's in serious danger of actually being indicted with everybody else in a superseding indictment, especially when you consider the fact that ADAM22 has denied working with them in any capacity. He's denied providing them with any footage. He's basically said that he has denied cooperating with them, and we know that they have had an investigation going on for years, just based on the complaint that came out.
I just saw a video where a certain somebody said that they think that I'm a cooperator, that I'm a witness in this whole indictment. I just want to clarify. If the feds hit me up, I'm going to sit with the feds. I'm going to have a conversation with them. Want to know why? Because I don't know
That's cap.
Like, number one, what the hell do I know about Big U? I barely spent time around Big U. I interviewed him. That's about it. As far as Briccbaby, we've had conversations and shit, but would I be able to be privy to any of the crazy stuff that they might eventually accuse him of? No, not at all. Briccbaby never told me about nothing of any significance in terms of any kind of street shit. You know, he's told me about stuff, but not like anything that really would move the needle. I wouldn't be able to say that I witnessed anything really illegal of any interest, even if I did have the feds breathing down my neck. Loose Cannon, like, what the f*** do I know about Loose Cannon? The only shit I seen is the shit that everybody else has seen on video. So I just want to throw that out there that, you know, me telling. I have not had a conversation with a fed, a cop, about any gang, street, anything involving Crips. I never had a cop say the word Crip to me.
Go to prison.
Never.
This white boy from
motherfucking clear.
Kansas and Wyoming and shit.
You can count on Big 22.
That motherfucker ain't trying to tell. Not trying to go to prison.
Nothing. Even if he sat with the feds, he wouldn't have any information to tell them, and he pretty much don't have anything to worry about. Now, this is where we get into the part where I asked an attorney about all of this, just to get a legal perspective on everything that is going down. And my question was basically, is there a chance for ADAM22 to be wrapped up in this RICO indictment and some kind of superseding one?
Because he got the money on.
And the attorney told me this information, right? He said if ADAM22 were to be implicated in the RICO indictment, that federal authorities would need to establish a clear connection between his actions and the alleged criminal enterprise. Because remember, they're charged with RICO, racketeer, influence, and corrupt organizations. Under the RICO Act, prosecutors have to be able to prove that an individual participated in a pattern of racketeering activity throughout an enterprise, and this could be done through a formal organization or a looser association engaged in illegal conduct. If the feds were to try to construct a case that included ADAM22, some valid reasons that Adam might face arrest include a couple of different points. One is they could argue that he is facilitating a criminal enterprise via No Jumper, right? They could argue that ADAM22's podcast served as a platform that knowingly aided the operations of the Rolling 60s by amplifying the influence, bolstering the reputation, or providing a medium for coordinating illegal activities. If gang members like Briccbaby and Luce Cannon, who have appeared on the podcast, were on there discussing specifics of crimes on air, that prosecutors might be able to claim that ADAM22 facilitated racketeering by giving them a public stage to boast about or plan these acts, which would be him indirectly supporting the enterprise's power and intimidation tactics. The second thing that they might be looking at ADAM22 for is a conspiracy to commit racketeering. If evidence emerged that ADAM22 was aware of the criminal activities that were discussed on his podcast and continued to employ or associate with these individuals to profit from their stories, the feds could charge him with conspiracy under RICO. A good example of this is if he paid gang members as employees or contractors and he knew that their income was going to be tied to illegal activities, then a prosecution team could frame that as him knowingly joining or supporting that enterprise's pattern of racketeering, right? The third point is that the feds could argue that he profited from the racketeering proceeds, and they could do that by saying that, you know, he financially benefited from this criminal enterprise by monetizing podcast episodes featuring gang members who were actively involved in that enterprise's crimes. If the ad revenue or sponsorships or any other income from No Jumper could be traced to episodes where illegal activities were glorified, then prosecutors could argue that this constitutes a corrupt organization profiting off of racketeering, even if ADAM22 didn't directly commit any of the underlying crimes. And point 4 was that the feds might try to prove that he was providing material support to a criminal organization by employing these gang members and putting money in their pockets. If they can prove that any payments that ADAM22 made to these individuals were used to fund further criminal activities,
man, this motherfucker done took down the Crips, man.
Narcotics, anything like that, then that could strengthen a case against him.
Now, Crips everywhere, you know what I'm saying? The Crips probably the biggest gang in the world.
Illegal, but if he knowingly hired them to leverage their criminal exploits for content, the feds could frame this as him aiding the enterprise. Now, I want to clarify that ADAM22 hasn't been accused or charged with anything as of right now, but there are several valid reasons why he could face arrest.
We would have been
based on the indictment that they said that this was an ongoing investigation. We just seen a clip at the beginning of this video saying that after the indictment or the complaint was rolled out, the feds came to talk to him. So they're definitely interested in him, and we know from the complaint or the indictment that they had wiretaps, they had witness testimonies, they had confidential informants. If any of that information, any of the seized records revealed that Adam actually has a deeper knowledge or involvement than the public knows about, then the feds could start to build a case off of that as well. A good example of this is if Big U or any other gang member communicated with ADAM22 about silencing incriminating podcasts, then the feds could argue that this was both the gang and No Jumper operating with the intent.
It's gonna be a lot of niggas.
Episode Luce did with WACK100. I played a clip of it
about to get fucked up.
Big U sent a cease and desist to No Jumper because they had posted. All right. We can see an expansion of this indictment as time goes on. And I'm sure that more people will be implicated as this indictment grows bigger. If, as they roll out more information and collect more evidence, the No Jumper platform is shown to be a critical tool for the enterprise, then ADAM22 could be targeted later for something as simple as just giving these guys a place to hang out. And I want to give y'all an example, right? I want y'all to think about the mob back in the day. The mob used to have restaurants and places that they would go where they would hang out.
But the funny thing is, man, they don't do none of this to the fake Jews.
The realm of possibility.
You know, they one of the biggest mobs in the world.
Like one of those restaurants or coffee shops that the mob used to hang out with and make plans at. So that is pretty much what I was told by an attorney when he was looking at all of the facts of this case and just kind of giving me a general summation of what he thought the chances were and what he thinks the feds could use to try to arrest ADAM22. You know, but at the end of the day, Adam does have a few protections, right? One of those protections is the First Amendment, the freedom of speech. ADAM22 can always make the argument that his podcast is a form of protected speech and that he can't help what people say when they get on his platform, but that the government can expect him to not publicize the content that he gets from these guys because that's his whole business. He could stand behind the First Amendment on a lot of this stuff, right? The second protection that he might have is knowledge.
If y'all been watching me for longest,
I've
been trying to tell these people not to go on No Jumper.
ADAM22, they would need to prove that ADAM22 wasn't just naive. They would have to prove that he was someone who understood and supported the enterprise's illegal activity. That could be a pretty high bar to reach without direct evidence like communications or financial trails, which they may have. But if not, then he can always, fall back on, I had no knowledge of their illegal activity. I thought they were telling me stories from the past, and my intent wasn't to help them further any criminal activity. And then there is the precedent that has already been set throughout the years with other media figures like DJ Vlad, who have interviewed criminals without facing any RICO charges themselves, right? I think there is an argument for both sides to this, but I thought it was an interesting topic. I seen people starting to talk about it online, so I wanted to get in, deep dive it, and figure out, what actually could be happening in the the future and in the coming weeks. But right now, man, that's what I got. That's the video. Y'all gotta let me know what y'all think about it in the comments down below. Anyways, that's basically it for the video, guys.
Now, this is WACK100 speaking on ADAM22 getting arrested by the feds. You know what I'm saying? You know, it's a play, but you know what I'm saying? We're gonna see. We just checking out. You know what I'm saying? Like we know what's real and what's not, but it's still good to listen to what they be saying, cause like, you get what I'm saying? You get to know, understand that shit.
What's good, YouTube? Y'all tune in to Get Hip TV. As y'all can see from the title, we got WACK100 speaking out about
like the boy who cried wolf.
So man, we're gonna get into that, then I'm gonna let y'all hear what Wack had to say. So stay tuned for that.
It's a truth to a lie somewhere.
Make sure you smash the like button, subscribe, and hit that notification bell to stay hip to whenever I post. But alright, y'all, let's get into it. So reports recently put out that ADAM22 was arrested and picked up by the feds. WACK100 quickly spoke out and shared his efforts of getting Adam out. And once Adam was released, he spoke out and shared what the feds wanted with him. So man, I'm gonna roll the audio and I'm gonna let y'all hear it. And y'all let me know y'all thoughts.
I think he was just talking about when they came to visit him.
What's up, man? I just called my attorney, try to get him down there so Adam don't be doing no telling, bro.
Man, they saying Adam's locked up, all on the blogs. What's going on?
Look at this shit.
This morning, bro, they double back. They came by there. We try and have him out because he's supposed to go live today, right?
Yeah, he's supposed to go live at 4 p.m. And the crazy thing is, Adam texted me.
They're going to have him out by like 2:30. We can get him out by 2:30 and still make it to the building.
Adam texts me every day, and I ain't heard from him today.
Listen, bro. I sent Alex Kessel down there. He said he's going to have him out by 2:30, right?
I think they got a feeling, even though this was a play and it was fake.
He ain't no flight risk or nothing.
I feel like they got, like they know something. You know what I'm saying? It's a truth to a lie. Something in this.
Everything he needs for this portfolio, so he should be free by 2:30, and that means he should make it back. What time is he supposed to go live today?
He's supposed to go live 4 o'clock.
Yeah, he gonna make it. He might be.
Hey, Wack, why?
Might be a little late, a little behind, but they gonna what up?
Wack, why 2:30 and why not 2 o'clock?
Well, no, he just said 2:30 at the latest, so I'm telling them.
That's motherfucking
I'm telling them
suspect, because he know what they talking about. It was a play.
But they own him about something, bro. I don't know what they own him about, but they own him about something. And I don't know if they was trying to get something out of him, but I'm pretty sure come 4 o'clock, he gonna be here. My attorney assured me. They assured me that they're gonna definitely have him at 2:30 at the latest. So he'll be here at 4 o'clock. I'm pretty sure he's gonna have a lot to say. This shit gonna whatever comes out of Adam out today, I'm sure it's gonna shake the motherfucking internet, bro. For them to go with him, that means it's some.
Oh yeah, you know something. You must know something, Wack.
He don't do nothing, bro.
Yeah, because that's the thing a lot of people confused about. Because Adam made a post last night saying that the feds came knocking at his door. We seen him make a post and he said he's gonna be in a red Nike tech. Yeah, all right, but my thing is, what do you even think the feds could even want with Adam? Like, where does Adam even play? Besides having people on this podcast, what would they even want from him?
Think about it. It ain't about people on the podcast because that's contractual work, and a lot of times it's just on the muscle.
Because the fans did go see ADAM22.
Look at Vlad. It comes down to maybe they think he has something. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some footage, but with Briccbaby, a lot of his shit be live. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Maybe it's something in the times Luce sat down with us, because remember, our shit ain't live. Right, and you know I got this no edit thing unless it's like some smoking or some dumb shit in there they gotta do for you guys to get monetized. But you know I don't know. Like Adam don't do nothing, bro. Adam don't do nothing. You know Adam, look, bro. Adam sit his ass in there, eat his rapid food, and be surfing the internet, looking and bringing himself, you know, up to speed on current events. So that's all he do. He don't do it. Yeah. Adam don't do it. With his dog when he's there. That's it. Bro, or interviews.
Fucking his dog. I think he be fucking his dog. I think Adam low-key be fucking his dog, man.
Like y'all went to Chicago was working.
Like, if he can't fuck his bitch, he gonna fuck his dog.
Back to his room, half the time the people doing extracurricular activities, they finna go to the club. Adam go back to the room. You know that, right? So, I don't know, bro, but whatever it is, he definitely will be sprung today. 2:30 at the latest. That give him time to get back. So, I'm knowing Adam, he ain't gonna give about nothing. Whatever he got on, he coming in with. He don't give because he ain't finna. He gonna talk about it. We gonna see it. He gonna shake the neck.
Yeah, if y'all watch the Adam Wax show, they said it was a play. So, but still, we own it.
My legal's on it. Shout out Alex Kessel. My legal is on it. He will be free. And 4 o'clock, y'all need to tune in because whatever we're talking about is gonna be crazy.
All right, well, everybody's gonna be tuned in.
Remo,
what's the word?
I need you to set up, bro, how we can do my shit remote, bro. I need to fall back for a couple weeks, see what's going on, bro. Me and R&B over here, you know, we over in the mountains chilling out, my nigga.
Ah, man, they got you even out there. Hey, all right, well, we'll figure it out. I'll hit you when I get off line.
Yeah, ain't no coming in tomorrow for WACK, my nigga. That's out. But Adam gonna be there today, and we need to figure out what's going on around it. They snatching Adam?
That's crazy, right?
Primo.
They did snatch him up, though. They did go see him.
Nothing, I don't know nothing.
It's truth in this shit. Adam 22 is singing like a canary. That Luce gonna be losing to a nigga who ate Taco Bell and got diarrhea, nigga. That shit gonna be clapping, nigga. It's up. This motherfucker finna snitch so goddamn heavy. He finna snitch hard than 6'9".
Got my word.
I bet you better come through, WACK.
All right, look. Do you feel like you've affected what's going on with them right now?
Not really.
You don't?
Although I can speak on some very, very privileged information right now that I think is going to set the internet on fire because...
Is it? Shout out to Get Hip TV, man.
Let me break down the last 24 or so hours of my life. So, while I'm in my house, I'm playing poker on my computer, a guy comes to my front door, and I didn't actually even know, but my girl was communicating with him through the
man, they trying to say WACK is an informant, man.
She texts me, she says... They
said all 100 size FBI agents...
And basically he's trying to serve you with a subpoena.
And snitches.
And so she told him, like a ride or die would, she told him...
I don't know.
And he's on the
like
word
at the
or
end of the
whatever, I
day...
forget what she told him. And so I immediately hop on the line with my lawyer. I say, what should I do? I don't want to, handle this situation wrong. Over and over and over, I've sat down with rappers or whoever who tell me about situations in which they divulge too much information to the police or whoever, and it ended up coming back to bite them. Especially, something that comes to mind is like Hurricane Chris, who caught a body that was blatantly self-defense. As soon as the cops come, he airs out his whole situation and ends up coming back to haunt him because the state ends up trying him. So if he had not made all those statements to the cops right after he then it for sure would have been a way easier case for him to beat. Now, that being said, I'm not really that worried because I know that I myself haven't been involved in any criminality, but I figured I would have my lawyer take care of it. So my lawyer reaches out to the guy who came to my door. She assures me that she's going to be able to ask the FBI agent a handful of questions, and from that information be able to ascertain, is Adam in trouble? Is Adam going to be, forced to hand over a crazy amount of information? Because that was kind of lingering around in my head. Is like, God, this is going to be a huge pain in the ass.
If they confiscate
all the computers,
all the Crips hang out, all the bitches they fuck, all the hits they done hit.
Start the furnace up, guys.
I don't know. I was considering that. I have not destroyed any information for the record. But this is the thing. She said the feds were interested in one thing and one thing only. Because in my head, I'm thinking they're going to want copies of the podcasts that Brick or Luce were on. They're going to want to make sure that there wasn't anything in those podcasts that was edited out. Now, anybody who knows me and No Jumper knows that we really don't like to edit things out. So the only stuff we're editing out is if it's like a 4-alarm fire, like, yo, we need to take this out. So I don't think there's ever been something that Brick or Luce told us that they needed us to edit out. But the one thing that the feds wanted was the cease and desist from Big U to No Jumper, asking us to take down the episode in which Luce Cannon first made the explosive statements that
I bet he
suggested
gave up so easy,
Big
man.
U had previous
No
knowledge
fight back, no
of
nothing.
Nipsey Hussle's death.
Adam ain't got no spine, nigga. That nigga a jellyfish.
That situation is
This white
very
boy a
much
jellyfish. He ain't got
outside
no spine.
of what was mentioned in the indictment. In the indictment, there's nothing about Nipsey. There's nothing about any of that stuff. So this to me is kind of massive because it makes me feel like, oh, the FBI is interested in what Big U's involvement in Nipsey's death might be.
Dumbass.
Which, to me, seems gigantic.
Don't take no fucking rocket scientist. Nigga, they talking about 2 murders.
Going to help them prosecute Briccbaby or Luce Cannon or anybody else. But the fact that they're interested in that, to me, adds quite a bit of credibility to the argument that perhaps Nipsey Hussle's
Adam, you're not the sharpest tool in the toolbox. You ain't the sharpest crayon either.
We did hand it over, yeah.
Isn't this when that?
Of course he gave it up.
I mean, really, like.
Imagine how quick he done gave it up to the feds.
I'm happy to help the feds with.
Imagine when he in the prison.
Have previously discussed on here over and over, which doesn't.
As soon as the Buffett nigga come through, the Buffett's white dude come through and say, give me them cheeks, white boy.
Big U doing something illegal.
Rub this fucking
Big U did
Skittles on your
something
lips.
perfectly legal by sending over.
Adam finna give up his cheeks so fucking fast, nigga. Y'all finna see Adam turn to a whole bitch. Nigga got a tank top with a motherfucking headband.
So you don't feel like you played
Adam nigga his hair braided in that bitch and everything, nigga.
No.
Adam cooked.
With the shit they set up here. And you clipping it up. I mean, I get you live and people might be able to screen record, but
Adam finna be somebody's pocket pussy.
You sit back, like even the fans probably like, I can't believe like these niggas is this dumb. Well, then you clip it up to reiterate what they said.
My attitude is basically if somebody comes on the podcast and they want to live their truth, they want to talk about the things that they've been through, then it's none of my business to dig through each podcast and figure out what's criminal, what might come back to get them.
Really
because
running their shit right now. Boondocks have so much shit to talk about, man, recently, man, of this world, man. We need to get a new rerun of Boondocks, man.
But, you know, when I'm sitting there and Luce Cannon saying, because keep in mind, this is my first time even understanding that Big U might have had any involvement in any street stuff. Still, when Luce Cannon's sitting there and saying, yeah, me and Big U went to this weed spot and we got all this money out of them, and then Big U didn't split the money up fairly and yada yada, I'm sitting there thinking, Big U's on that? Like, I had no idea that Big U would have been doing anything that could be considered extortion or, payments or checking in, whatever. In retrospect, I feel a little naive since he did call his podcast that and he was talking about the checking in process pretty openly.
He just playing along. He probably already gave up to the feds.
We understand the bottom line is the money. So at the end of the day, like he just said, if they come on here and you ask them certain questions and they're dumb enough to speak on that, yeah, it's partly their fault, but you don't think the questions you ask are strategically bringing certain things about them?
Well, it's not like I could have even asked about that since I didn't know anything about that. They just started talking about it.
Who are y'all talking about? No. See, me, I'm talking about Brick. Now, as far as guests that come on and willingly tell on themselves, that's 100% on them. Okay. I don't blame platforms for dumbasses coming on the internet where you know the police are watching every platform, everywhere.
Yeah, they some dumbasses. But we ain't gonna take the credit from that. Adam is the biggest dumbass who done set it all up.
I'm not reading through none of that shit. Basically, what I'm saying is,
they all some dumbasses. Let's not get that fucked up. They all stupid. We've been telling them niggas not to do it.
Some of the shit he said, if that's my boy, like if my brother was to say some shit like that, hey bro, you gotta stop talking about shit like that, or I'm not even putting it up. Like nigga, you just said some federal shit. I'm gonna edit that shit out before we put the clip out. I'm not just gonna be like,
no fucks.
It is what it is. He dumb enough to do it. If this is my boy, see, there's a difference between I'm calling this my homie, my friend, like Adam calls Brick, or some idiot that just comes up here and wants to go viral. Yeah, I caught 11 hats. Okay, you stupid as.
But I think part of it is the fact that, when Brick comes on here and says, "I'm putting kill squads in the street," or I got more bodies than you guys squabbles.
That's what I was getting. That was crazy.
Bro, he don't mean that shit.
It doesn't matter.
That's for entertainment purposes.
When he goes to court, they can still bring that type of shit up.
But my thing is that when I hear Brick say something like that, and of course I assume that Brick has never killed anybody, but when he says that kind of thing, I assume he's doing marketing because he knows that the aura of danger around him is such that that's really going to hook people and get them interested. And we're seeing that right now. Really, if I had a suggestion for Brick, if he gets out tomorrow, I'm going to say, let's get a video guy. Let's get in the studio. Let's drop music right now. Realistically, having this aura of danger and criminality around you is going to be massively beneficial to people paying attention to your music or whatever you're trying to monetize. So, I mean, number one, all those statements were said on live. So, yeah, we could have cut it out, which would have basically meant that everybody besides us was able to monetize it.
They already kind of shitty.
Or we could have,
Is that more important?
So it's content over everything. I mean, it's going to happen either way. So.
But the thing is, if you read Brick's indictment, you'll see, and I'm not telling you to because I know you don't want to.
He's not being accused of anything like that.
That's what what I was trying to get to. So literally, like, he had an 8K case from 2023. It's got nothing to do with anything he said on a podcast. He's not a part of that RICO with Big U and them. He's not listed as a defendant.
Yeah, I saw that.
On that
yeah, I seen all that.
There's nothing that he said. Now, what you're saying, what Messiah said, like, oh, it could be used against you in court, potentially as a character witness, but I think that could easily be dismissed considering you're an entertainer for a living, and your persona is based on having this, street image, which these statements do nothing but substantiate. It's got nothing.
I mean, at the end of the day, if somebody come on here and they say what they say, that's coming out that person's mouth.
And even if Brick had never been on a podcast,
we ain't gonna act like y'all just didn't know what the fuck was going on. Half the shit do be live, but
music's way gnarlier than anything.
That's what I'm saying. Is that like, let's say
they their life for $2,000 funky ass dollars a month. Maybe if that, probably $500, bitch.
The music is then gonna be the Traveler Ross documentary is gonna be crazy because Brick talks like he's the best man who's ever walked the West Coast in his music.
And Swamp Story.
And that's what you're supposed to do.
Swamp Stories has a whole video calling him, you feel me? You feel me? The Crips cereal or whatever they call it.
And I mean, people want to blame you, which I think, again, you asking certain questions could be looked at as, fetish. But at the end of the day, these people are coming up here to give these stories, to give this behind-the-scenes information because they want to go viral. They want the clout.
But he gotta be dumb as hell to go on no jumper a 4 million subscriber platform.
Whatever the case is.
Just because they get low views don't mean the fans are not watching,
right?
nigga.
Like at the end of the day, I can pass out the poison all day. It's up to the people on the other side to take it.
You don't have to get a million views
for the fans on here and they're gonna do that. That's on them.
Dumbasses.
Yeah. That's
how I feel about it. Even though I feel like you do put people in positions where they could say things that might be incriminating.
You can't fall for the bait, man.
You make them feel comfortable enough where you guys start talking about certain things that they shouldn't be talking on camera. But at the end of the day, they gotta know that for.
Alright, man. As y'all heard from that's what WACK100 had to say about Adam getting arrested, and that's what Adam had to say once he got released. I want to get y'all's thoughts and opinions of it down in the comment section below. And if y'all enjoyed this video, make sure y'all smash that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell to stay up whenever I post. God bless.
What's gonna happen to Wack?
We out.
Is he informant or he gonna get locked up? I don't fucking know.
I bet. Now, as far as they want to make Big U, man, as like this big bad guy, people gotta understand, man. That's gang shit. You know what I'm saying? That's gang life. You know what I'm saying? That's some gang shit. I ain't gonna cap, nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's some gang shit. You feel me? Like, but actually, too, man, he stick his big ass, long, pointy ass nose in some shit that he ain't gonna understand. And I'm not saying he don't understand the politics and the situation, but I'm saying as far as being a black man, a hood nigga, he ain't gonna understand that perspective. He coming in as some fucking Arkansas, Wichita Fall as motherfucking what's that shit? Alaska ass motherfucking white dude. You get what I'm saying? He like one of the motherfuckers who like hay bales and shit. You feel me? He not one of those. So he don't understand the deep threats of these black niggas getting put behind them bars. You get what I'm saying? Because it actually too get behind them bars, that nigga singing like a canary. That nigga finna be somebody pocket pussy. That nigga finna be around somewhere. You know how the niggas be having their pocket out like this, and you got, and it's a nigga behind him holding their pocket like this, holding their pocket. He finna be one of those behind them bars if he get locked up. He cooked. Luce Cannon. I heard Briccbaby got poked up behind that bitch in jail. Luce Cannon, he ain't getting no bail. He with the big U indictment. You know what I'm saying? WACK100. They trying to say he an informant. He might be next. So, I don't know, man. It's just like so much shit is happening, bruh. But that's what I'm trying to tell people, man. That's happening all over the damn state in America. You get what I'm saying? They trying to take us black people out. You know what I'm saying? And they ain't finna, I don't think I'm trying to take down No Jumper because No Jumper is like literally setting these niggas up. You get what I'm saying? So, I don't know, man. We just gonna keep on watching and see what the fuck going on. And hopefully people will listen. I say this whole thing, who was the smartest motherfucker? This motherfucker was DW Flame. As soon as he see some suspect fraud shit, he dipped. Smart nigga. But hey, man, we out this bitch. Hood, Northside, Big Crip. Gang.
Hey, Dad, you know, dog, when we link up, dog, this shit be legendary. You know this instrumental, you the engineer on it, so Kodak everywhere.